time to think about that loss last night. They've got to get right back out there and into the grind.
Down low. Here's Gobert. And the basket is good. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, they battled, but at some point the game got completely away from them, and they just could not get back on track.
We know they're capable of a much better game than they played. They know it, we know it. Let's see if it affects their confidence.
Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
6 on the shot clock. And here's Edwards from the arc. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. From deep three-point land. Edwards with another miss.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now here's DiVincenzo. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backcourt.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. In front of mine tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jarrett is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, they'll avoid driving the paint. So Jarrett Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thanks, David. Back to Mitchell. Allen outside. Mobley wide open. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Randall no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Bucket is good.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now here's Allen. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
13 feet away.
Timberwolves foul. First personal foul.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the paint. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Timberwolves trail. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Edwards, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Edwards, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Pass to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. It'll count. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
So, timeout called here. The first for Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And Doris, this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin, a little bit of a surprise in this particular way. They fired their coaching staff, bring in a new regime. And think about it, you fire that group after you've made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and yet you still opt to go in a different direction. So a lot of pressure on the staff coming in.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said, he's given us everything and more. Conley says, to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Pass to Shannon. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Mitchell. And here is Garland. Back to Mitchell. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
This is what Donovan Mitchell is looking for. He wants to seek out body contact and get the hoop in the harm.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Cavaliers.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Mitchell left side. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
But Jared Allen getting open off the screen and roll, such a big target.
Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
To the middle. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, nice finish from Naz Reid. That's the kind of play that can give your team a spark.
Mitchell left side. Allen outside. No good with the finger roll.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And the Cavaliers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Pass to LeVert. Jacks up a three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Mobley.
First team foul.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat. And it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
Garland left side. Minnesota with the rebound. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland, taking on the Trailblazers. Pass to Alexander Walker.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
Here's Shannon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Garland. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And that one released in time, but no good.
With the score.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Cleveland leading by 3. Pass to Allen. It's hauled in by Shannon. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
This, guys, is something Garland does so well. Excellent reading defenses, exploiting them in the pick and rolls. That is nicely done.
Here's Mobley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Michael Conley picks one up.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
Inside. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Now DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Shoots over Garland. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a long bomb. Good luck catching that thing clean.
Outside Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Back to Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Mitchell's got 7 points.
This is exactly where Donovan Mitchell won.
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
Ashton Yang. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Edwards.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup. Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Here's Gobert. And again, it's Minnesota.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
And they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those missiles.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now here's Gobert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Here's Mitchell. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Mitchell outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. 13 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Here's Mitchell. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Back to Edwards. And then jammed down as he goes right over Evan Mobley.
And this sort of
awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So it's the Timberwolves now. And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
DiVincenzo with it. Takes the three.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Wade. Gobert with the block.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifle Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
Out to Edwards. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. And here is Garland. Down low. Pass to LeVert. Cleveland moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Timeout called, Cleveland.
The Timberwolves dancing.
Big group substitution here for Cleveland.
Make some noise.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Allen outside. Okoro wide open. He fires. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. DiVincenzo with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. And Gobert throws it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Allen outside. Back to Mitchell. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half. Timberwolves leading by 7. And finished off by Edwards.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Substitution for the Timberwolves. Alexander.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 9 points. Allen. Rebound, Minnesota.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Randall. 5 to shoot. Over Garland. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the middle. Back to Allen. Mobley outside. Now, here's Garland. Here's Okoro. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Conley gets the bucket.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
On the wing, Mitchell. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. To the paint. And Randle throws it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the Cavaliers making a change here.